What's up, guys? Hope you're enjoying our Vinland Saga reaction. If you guys want to get early and uncut access, just hit us up on our Patreon or hit us with that like and that subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top, and I am over here at Casa de Tank Top. I'm hanging out with my very good friends, Dustin and Morgan Drace, over there at the Dojo. Drace, how you doing over there, Draces?
Man, I'm doing a lot better than our friends over in Vinland.
Doing better
in Vinland
than the horse.
or Wales or parts of Britain or wherever the fuck it is that
better
they're
than
at right
Askeladd's horse covered in arrows.
Oh my god, dude, like a pincushion in the front of, he was a one-man play called Boromir My Sad Time.
Oh,
like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's all in the horse face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He
One
had
of those,
like,
how are you gonna get out of this one, guys?
Oh my god, like I like that Mr. Head type shit where it's like, they took the little ones. You know what I mean? Or whatever it was.
Oh no!
Now I kind of want to see like a
all
you know, like a Lord of the Rings,
Lord
but just all horses and shit. We're talking about all this type of stuff because we are talking about Vinland Saga right now, you guys. We're on season 1. We're on episode 13. We're going into the second half of this season. We got a 24 episode order over here, and we're in the back half. I don't know if this means like a new OST, like a new piece of like original soundtrack music for like the opening or something like that. I don't know, but I know that like we're kind of like in the middle of like a pretty gnarly thing for the crew. Like a lot of people are being transported into places, like, and Askeladd, they were kicking it, and like we don't know if the Welsh guy, if this is like his plot being hatched. We don't know who these like guys with the arrows that are surrounding everybody are for, or like if they're associated with the guy with the Welsh shit, or if they're Brits, or who the fuck they are. And we just found out that we kept saying maybe this prince is a lady, a secret lady,
Gender
and he's
reveal.
just a dainty lad who doesn't like to speak.
Fancy lad.
Yeah,
He's like a cabin boy.
Yeah.
Remember that movie? He's cabin boy.
You know what? I think I've seen maybe half of it, but I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
He went to Fancy Boys University or something, and he's going
Fancy
there.
Boys University or something. Yeah, that could be something.
A fancy lad. That's what he was. It was fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Sure. Yeah, I believe it.
That's what this prince is. He's trying to go to the army.
You don't get no fancier than a fucking prince or whatever it is. But like, apparently, like talking isn't in the family because like we also cut to like the other king, and he looks like a fucking dud.
He's got gout. He can't.
His vibes are off.
But the only way we're gonna know, we take a look at this goddamn thing. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Look at it.
Fuck yeah, man. All right, we appreciate you guys very much for hanging out with us as we go through Vinland Saga. If you guys want to get early and uncut access to the next episode of Vinland Saga, episode 14 over there, and you guys want to see it for anybody else, that you guys can do that by becoming a part of the Patreon. The link's in the top and comments in the description below. Click that shit. Head on over. Hit us up at the $5 animation tier, the Toon tier over there, and that gets you full and uncut access to all of our Vinland Saga coverage, including... And is that the grave?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is where she breaks.
You saw that shit? You didn't do shit?
What is she gonna do?
No,
Oh,
God.
I was like, what is she
No.
gonna do?
No,
She's not.
Don't talk.
No, the
I'm
big guy upstairs. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's cooked.
It's like that rabbit.
Yeah.
Who did it?
Who did it? Oh, God.
Waiting for him.
すまねえな。こんがりやったな。
Go ahead.
アシュラットの命令なんでね。
They're treating this guy like he's mad fucking dangerous. I mean, we've never really seen him, including right now, episode 14. And every week that we put one of these out, you guys get the next corresponding episode completely full and uncut. So we hope you guys consider doing that. But if you can't do that and you still want to help us out, you can hit us with a like and subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. We'll check y'all later. No, sorry. Thanks.
Every time.
Time jump.
Yeah. Wait.
もうすぐ死ぬ。故郷帰りたい。言った。連れてきた。
Is that?
That looks like thorfinn, doesn't it?
Ooh, yeah, thorfinn. Ooh, nice.
Hold
New
it,
one.
man.
Here we go. It seems like usually it's every 12 episodes they do a new one. You know what I bet? That's the dainty lad.
And that they're invading.
And he's sneaking them out.
Yeah.
Oh, he moved. Step. No.
統治の制圧も
Okay,
時間の
we're
問
checking
題
with
か
this
と
guy.
思われます。
With upside down head. The top of his head and his beard look exactly the same.
クヌートだ。あれは今どこに？
Where is he? Yes.
その安否につきましては、今のところ。
世の大事な息子だ。分かり
Not
次
my
第
boy.
すぐに伝
Not my
えよ。
boy. He's a good boy. He's a good, the dainty boy.
He's a punsy little lad.
He's a fancy little boy. He's a fancy little boy.
The horse is. Oh
Oh,
no.
the horse is donezo.
ブリケニオグのご使者よ。帰国の歓迎はちと手洗いな。
Emissary is a bitchin' dog or whatever the fuck your fucking name is.
万人よ。
This guy's
貴様
got a
ら
funny
デン
haircut.
人は言葉の通じぬ
I think I saw a guy like that in the Burlington playing bass.
デンジン相手に事を構えても我らウェールズに益はない。
Oh, okay.
デーンの王子とどんな約束を交わすというのだ。所詮は蛮族。はったり聞かせて話し合いを有利に進めようって腹じゃねえの。そういうもん。
So Henry the horse had to die.
Yeah.
Prove a point.
貴様ら王子を捕らえ我らが盾とする。悪鬼どもの王といえど。
He's too much of a high value asset.
ヤギも狼の皮をかぶらねば草もはめぬ時代です。彼らに同情しますよ。
教えるのか。
これより殿下がその方らにお言葉をくださる。かしこまって聞くがよい。さあ、殿下、一発景気のいい短歌を。
Say something spirited.
何でもいいんですよ。似てくるぞとかなんとか。
You fucking fancy little sprite. Let's fucking hear it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
あなたが言えば奴ら金玉縮み上がって道を譲るでしょう。
He's like, can somebody fucking like
Yeah,
singing in the rain for me? Like,
Oh
man.
man, he's too fancy.
what a little bitch.
Public speaking's hard. They should have taught him.
No, I mean that's more on the dad than anything else.
Yeah, you gotta have him.
若くとも一国の王子。果たすべき責任がございます。
Yeah, they should have been
今
trained
こ
in
の
this
場にい
kid.
るすべての者が王子殿
They
下
should have
の御た
fucking
めに
put
動いているのです
Thorfinn
よ。
in his clothes.
Right,
And Thorfinn
yeah.
will fucking yell like a motherfucker as much as he needs to.
不要の喧嘩にならねえように場を収めてくれっつってんでしょう
Like,
が。
if you don't
Yeah.
scream out "fuck your mother," then they're gonna stab you.
If you don't scream out, eat my fucking balls. Oh, here we
親子
go.
兄弟が相
Oh
食らう
no!
狐
Yeah,
の巣だ。
like he had a really hard
病だった殿下
childhood.
が
Oh my god, they were like killing each other.
心を殺し息を殺し目立たぬようにして今日までやってこられたのだ。
Oh.
貴様らのような奴ばらが殿下を利用せんとすり寄ってくる。
So I've done literally nothing to prepare him for the world in
Yeah.
which we actually live.
Can't even balance his checking account.
No, my kid's a good kid.
Yeah. Want to give him a participation trophy? I will.
クヌート王子は何と言っておる。
we got ourselves a Robin Aaron.
Yeah, you gotta sing it in the rain. Have the little guy stand behind him and scream shit,
よかろう。
and he'll just mouth it.
私
奴らの大将と話しつけてくっからよ。
Okay.
だっせ。
Oh, come on!
Don't
I'm gonna be a bully.
They're gonna become pals.
I don't know about this, but we'll see.
ひな鳥もいつかは巣立つということを知らんな。あれではかえってひなに良くない。
It's these helicopter parents these days, you know?
お前のやるべきことは多いようだな。まずはひなを巣立たせることか。
Are they gonna off that guy?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't think that helps right now.
兵に守られねば話もできぬと思われては我が王家の恥だ。
Also, we've definitely been getting some more like anime guests with this show, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. We've kind of been missing them from a couple of the fucking shows that we've been watching lately.
貴殿らに便宜を図ることでどういう見返りがあるのか確認しとかんことにはね。
We'll kind of get like a little bit more like Askeladd's, like kind of like a statesman and shit like that, apologizing to the prince and like all that stuff. Like he can fly fucking right, like where and when he needs
それで
to.
は
俺の提示する見返りの内容によっちゃ戦闘になることもありえるかね、アッサー殿。
Asser.
デンマーク王を怒らせようものなら
こんな小国などひとたまりもないのはよくわかってる。
Hey, even Australia joined the 9/11 thing.
We gotta go over there and help those Americans, don't we?
They're a little bit
They had
help.
themselves a little bit of spill out there in New York City, didn't they?
一番子さんのあんたにも知らねえことがあるんだな。
バカ言え。知らんことばかりよ。知ってることといや。
That's a beautiful sentence, idiot. There's lots I don't know.
なんだ拗ねてんのか。でけえ図体して。
うるせえな。喧嘩なら買うぞ。
Yeah, because they're bored.
直系のリディア様のお子だ。このアシェラッドには我らローマンケルトの偉大なる指導者の血が受け継がれている。
But they're bullshitting, obviously, right?
ウェールズとデーンの根血だ。父オラフはかつてウェールズ沿岸を略
Could
奪
be
し
true. We don't know.
But I feel like he's trying to put one over on these
生まれた
guys.
の。
貴殿がアルトリウス公の子孫だと。
Nepo baby.
5世紀から6世紀にかけて活躍し
No,
た
but he's the cool one. He's the Aragorn type of motherfucker, like where he's gotta be a lowly ranger and shit, you know?
I just like calling everybody Nepo baby. Like,
信仰
oh,
著しい
you
作戦
inherit
者
your dad's plumbing business, Nepo baby.
I mean, in the plumbing world, I mean, like, who knows?
アーサー王伝説の原型になったとされる
My
人
dad
物
gave me
で
an
あ
allowance
る
of $20 a month, Nepo baby.
I love it. I use it all the time.
King Arthur's kid?
Wait.
この男は14歳の
It
時
could be for real.
リディア様と共にウェールズを訪れ初めて私と
Oh, because yeah, he's vouching. Oh, that was the thing.
It's always asking.
That was Lydia on
That's
his
him.
back.
He looks just
Why
like
does he look like
長いこと親父の
Thorfinn?
寝
he
室
looks like
で
Thorfinn, like a motherfucker, man. That's probably another reason why he likes this kid.
Oh my god, after she became sick, she was left in a stable.
根血だからこそだ。
Daywalker. He's like a
Yeah, yeah.
blade.
俺は
He's
デ
the
ンジで
blade of the Vikings.
No, Morgan, the Dane Walker.
俺という工作員を持つことになる。あのボンボンを次のデンマーク王に仕立て上げれば。
All of our strengths and
All
none of
our
our
strengths
weaknesses.
and none of our ability to be in the sunlight.
不可侵条約。奴らにはこの地一歩も踏み
You
入
know,
れさ
some
せない。
motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate up the mountain.
デーンの血よりアルトリウス公の血が常に勝ると言い切れるかね。
Which side are you on, really?
Yeah.
Because he could be a spy for either side.
そ
Yeah,
の
yeah.
辺は
Right.
信じてもらうしかない
Dual
な。
citizenship.
血の問題は別にしても俺はデーン人が嫌いだ。
I mean, they put your mom in a stable.
Yeah.
They hucked her in a
They
stable.
hucked her in a stable, let her die like a dog.
Like a dog.
武器を手放すなどありえぬ。この国を通行する間
All right, listen, Conehead.
不思議でならん。なぜ貴様の部下は命令にホイホイ従うのだ。部下に
They
信頼され
trust
てるん
and
です。
respect me, unlike your dumb ass.
勘違いするなとんがり俺はこのハゲの部下じゃねえ
He's like, I'm just here to murder him one day.
Yeah, yeah.
What do I look like,
分か
huh?
った分かった。あんた方は結構二人ぐらいは多めに見てくれるでしょう。
He no, fuck that.
宣言再開
I think it's because he won't give up his weapon. He'll be the one to get killed. I think that's why it's like, yeah, I'm sure they'll allow it. And then the prince is now out of the nest.
If you guys get away with it, fine. But if you don't, it's your ass. Like, you know.
Well, because that makes the baby bird get out of the nest, right?
That's
if
true.
that guy's dead.
臆病で喋らないわけじゃないんだそなたたちとは違うのだ僕の発言には
They're like,
政
wait,
治的な意味が生じるのだ
he's kind of spitting.
ここにおいては不可侵条約だの不快感の表明だのできるわけがない
He's like, I'm under a lot of pressure.
He's like, oh shit, everybody's paying attention. Everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking at me.
僕は慎重なのだ
This is a political decision to
そ
not
こそ
talk.
こおつむは足りてるようだなお姫様
今まで僕にこんな態度を取る者などいなかった
Sick.
発言をお前などに王族の苦労の何がわかる
わめくんじゃねえよ座ってろ
わめいてなどおらぬ僕は自分の発言の正しさを主張しているだけだ
はいは
I
い
am
分
just
かったっ
declaring
て
that I think that my position is the right one.
僕を何と心得る
わし以外の
Honestly,
者
he's
と
like, wow,
話さ
this
れる
kid
と
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not your employee.
This is the-
I'm not part of your gang.
This is the greatest
Right.
comedy duo of all time. Team
I got
up.
no fucking
Shit.
you got no jurisdiction over on here.
You're not my prince.
Jurisdict these nuts.
Enter a treaty of non-aggression with this
Also, having seen this after having seen Furiosa and shit like that, where you're just like, this is how you do that story. Because Dementis was such an Askeladd, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was such a
You know.
このままでは雪に振り込められるぞ。たく、うるせえな。
Are they gonna figure out a way to like fucking kill this fucking egg-headed
そこから
fucker?
本陣ゲインズバラを
And
目
then
指しましょう。
that makes it kind of the same thing where his father figure gets killed, and then you kind of start making these parallels between the two of them, you know?
No, I've been saying like they've
心配いりませんよ。
been plotting to get
敵の
take
本
that
拠
guy
地からは
out,
遠いです
to。get the prince to stop being such a little baby.
心配すんな。
The score is really good right
に
now. It's
間
making
違い
me
は
like
ね
on edge, you know what I mean? As far as
Yeah.
like they're gonna try something.
His armor looks like his butt.
Dustin.
It's like
His,
two
his
cheeks.
back is just that fucking. It's just that fucking
What
swole,
if-
dude.
Weird weak ending. Just
He's
like,
got a butt back.
But don't you want to know
I
where
mean,
they're
I do
going?
wanna know
What's
it.
happening?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of on edge.
Yeah, or like where they're kind of There's an
Like
element of it.
why they change course? What's going on here? Where are they going?
I thought they were gonna be like, hey, we're changing course, and they don't let him get back into the fucking into like the what do you call it, like the cart or whatever, and they just leave him. Like out
So
there.
like none of them have weapons, yeah?
no, they got the weapons back.
They got the weapons
They're-
back.
yeah.
Okay, because I thought that was gonna be the plot. They were gonna bait the bald guy into like showing his weapon so they get killed. That's what I thought, but I guess not.
Well, I think it was mostly probably that to illustrate like these, like the two people to not give up the weapon to be super stubborn and stuff like that, are like the only two people that the prince actually speaks to.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's about drawing a parallel in that sense or
I
something
see,
like that.
yeah.
You know, I don't know. Or like he was doing something. He was saying, "Hey, fuck you." Like, in a sense, I'm sure that like Canute, like kind of like obviously like really probably looks up to Conehead, you know, and like
I like this ending art. A lot.
it's cool. It's very interesting. Like the but I'm sure, or it looks more what do you call it, like shaded with like pencil or something.
There's some Valkyries going on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, no, because where's that sister? She was very strong last time we saw her.
Yeah.
True.
Why'd they put some Valkyries in the end of that?
I don't know.
Vikings.
No Vikings, but are they like foreshadowing sisters coming back?
Maybe.
Oh, I think I don't think there's any way
to.
to. Yeah, I don't think
We
there's
have
any way.
to.
Well, there was a lot of strong stuff in there. It was a little more of a slow boil, you know, like.
Well, there was a huge reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like,
yeah.
I guess I was
It's a talkie.
totally. I
They
would
call it
totally
the
right.
biz.
I would totally have thought that he was bullshitting.
Right.
I could
might
totally
still be.
buy it.
But why
But-
did they show a flashback? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
No. And like they put it as the cold open too. And it was so opulent and so kind of like whatever. I guess it's just one of those things where maybe in a certain sense it's sort of I guess they've never seeded that idea before. And
Yeah.
so it's one of those things where it's like I've been like, you know, I haven't like you know, maybe there's a couple of guys like telling stories about Askeladd, like the legends. Like, do you actually know what his background is? I don't know. I never really heard him. Some say he's this. Some say he's like the lost fucking line of like an old, you know, Arthurian, you know, like kind of, you know, guys or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I guess
The
it's
only
never
way,
really.
one way to tell, just go find a fucking sword stuck in a rock, see if you can lift it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. That's it.
Get
That's
him a Mjolnir.
It's absolutely something that I think, and maybe it's just one of those things to sell, you know, to sell it like the show is taking it as serious as Askeladd's taking it. That was one way I think, but you know, after a little while, I was like, there was enough kind of gravitas in the score and all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh fuck, like this might be actually something.
Yeah.
And then it also sort of it speaks to a touch of like how like well pedigreed he is. He's got that guy who's running numbers. He's very put together.
Yeah.
Like he's like much more so than it seems like most guys like in similar positions and stuff. And certainly one who's like a fucking pirate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why does everybody have Thorfinn's face? That little slave kid, and then Askeladd as a kid. Why does everybody look like Thorfinn?
That's
Well, I
what
think-
13-year-olds look like, except for the prince.
Well,
They're
I
doing
think
it like once an episode. There's someone who looks like Thorfinn. I'm like, why are they the same face?
I mean, it's just because I think it's like back to back, like two motherfuckers that really like last episode and then this episode.
Yeah,
we get two figures that look very much like it. I think it's like obvious that I think it's because like Thorfinn is like the vessel of this story and how important he kind of is to some of their characters. I think it because like the first one, it just speaks to the guilt of what was his name again? I can't remember. What was it?
Leaf.
Fucking Leaf. Yes, it speaks to Leaf's guilt. And again, bringing like a little bit of maybe he's kind of being like a little bit of a surrogate of just like what people in the community kind of feel about Thorfinn and not having him around. And then this one, I don't know it necessarily like. Also, sometimes this anime just draws motherfuckers like in a very similar way. you know what I mean? Like
they were trying to say he's like secretly related.
But at the very least, I could absolutely kind of it makes sense as to why there is that Askeladd has a soft spot for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? A guy like wrought with tragedy. I mean, that's a fucking tough ass thing because we thought that was like a potential flash forward. Right. To like getting him out of something, and it was actually Askeladd's origin story.
Yeah,
he hucked his mom out of the stable.
just chucking moms over there. You know what I mean? Like he's a mother chucker. Like the mother chucker, dude. Like the no, but
I'm like, man, I'm like, the whole deal is like if you're a concubine, I'm like, God, at least give me somewhere comfortable to live. That's the whole deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Supposed to live in opulence. You're getting railed.
I don't want to have sex in a
by
stable.
Some nasty old stinky old aristocrat.
Yeah, next to like some horse turds and stuff like that, and a fucking.
Well, it's because she was sick, and they're just like, this one's used up.
Oh yeah.
Throw her in the bin.
Ugh, fuck it. This one's a dud.
Huck it, don't fuck it.
Huck it, don't. When you're done fucking, get hucking. You know what I mean? Like.
But she made it. She made it back.
She did, and like, and so, and again, like, and that's like a very, and again, that's it's again, if true, and it seems like it is.
Big if true.
It's like this really, I mean, who knows how long he had to carry her, and that is the kind of a drive and singular focus and dedication that he sees in Thorfinn.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's why he would ever let him live.
Mm-hmm.
Because this kid is obviously like, and he's also obviously become very talented, and that's why it's kind of an interesting beat in the way that he's like, okay, you're useful as fuck to me. Like you're dangerous as fuck, and you're very useful to us.
Yeah.
But also every single day that you get better at this, my chances of you catching me on an off day whenever I grant you, your shot at revenge, like it's weird. It's like him. I don't know. I like it as a wrinkle for the character, and it gives a little bit of. I mean, obviously, we always think that we always thought that he like just admired like his little fucking. Like, fuck you, I'll kill you, you know what I mean? Like his heart or whatever it was. Yeah. But now we really understand, like, why he's sort of, like, why
I understand revenge.
Why he, that, and just, like, and drive, and just, he literally kind of just reminds me. And again, it could just be, just a similar cell. We need a kid who's, a motherfucker that kind of looks like him. But motherfuckers look like each other all the time.
Yep.
Thorskell and they have the same names. It's like Hot D.
Look at Samara Weaving and Margot Robbie and the 5 other with that face.
Look at Katy Perry and Zoe Deschanel like side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't picking each one out of the line. And there's a bunch of others that I'm missing.
Yeah.
Like, but you know what I'm saying. Like, and so
Clark Kent and Superman side by side.
Side by side. Who the fuck you like? Yeah,
same.
Exactly. Yeah, both those guys, crazy.
One has glasses.
And yeah, right.
That's true.
That's the only difference.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, this was like this. It was a slow simmer with a really big reveal, honestly.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, I hate the Danes.
Do you think
he's saying that just to say it?
Well, Well, if the Danes were the ones that put his mom in the stable,
Yeah.
I feel like I would hate him too. And it's like, it's specifically the aristocracy.
Yeah.
So it's specifically the army and the king and the power that he wants to fuck up. And I feel like it's a true story. So I'm like, yeah, no, I believe him.
The landlords. Morgan's like, all right.
Totally.
Burn them down. Show me the lie.
But your landlord's cool though.
Our landlord's all right.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, baseline, they're all rotted, but like,
He's not bad.
he's
One of the
us
good
alone.
ones. You can say it.
He's
Say it,
fine.
like-
If he was good, he would be like, oh, you can just live there.
Yeah.
That's a good
That'd be a
landlord.
great one. The best landlord
Good
ever.
landlord.
Right.
You can live
To
in the
not
sta-
be
huck
one.
us in the stable.
Yeah.
There we go.
But they do. They suck up your rent until you're useless, and then they huck you in the stable. But you don't even get a stable because they'll charge you rent if you try to live in the stable.
That's the king. That's why Canute has to watch his words. People
Or
are
whatever.
expecting to
Yeah,
be
I
there
mean,
in
like
the
that was
stables.
and they're gonna become buds, I think,
Yep.
or at least there's gonna be a relationship there.
I think
You know what
one
mean?
guy's
Like-
seeing his good effect,
Mhm.
and so maybe he'll let him hang out.
just get him talking about something. Where it's just,
Ragnarok.
I don't like
Over
it.
there.
Yeah, I don't like your new friend. He's teaching you all the bad words, but
Yeah.
no one else will be friends with you.
You
So
don't talk to anybody else, so I guess.
right. Yeah, you won't. It's like at least he pisses you off enough to fucking like emote and do something and say some shit. Kind of find your voice a
you
little
know,
bit.
the
and
prince
stuff.
has a brain in his head. It's like, yeah, I can't talk crazy in another country. It has political implications. I might accidentally start a war.
Yeah.
Or promise them something.
Or end one or do whatever, you know what I mean? Like without and then that's on me and that's on my.
So you don't have email. They can't like check. He could just say shit. He could just say crazy shit.
Yeah, let me check.
Or
out
yeah,
my
no,
dad.
you would that would happen all the time where it's like it's like where one guy's like like I'm drawing up a fucking like type of treaty or whatever. It goes like I declared war on the motherfuckers that like on part of you don't know what's been happening over the last like couple of months and shit like that because they stopped the fucking they correspondence didn't get through or whatever and shit. So
Listen,
yeah.
I know what Hunter Biden's been up to. I can't.
Seeing his fan cam.
Dude,
Living his life. Cranking it, living his life.
Cranking it, living his life, doing nothing like
declaring war, declaring treaties.
Hurting nobody but himself and his family.
I
know what I mean?
Like self-destruction these
No
days.
good.
It's no good.
I'm not happy about it.
Take a note.
But these like super like Canute like well he's
Have some fun, man.
he should have some fun.
Have some nepo baby fun.
But like
Live your life, bro.
Talk about a nepo baby. Like there you go. Like dude, Hunter Biden fucking rules. What a mensch. What a fucking
those fan
mensch.
cams.
He's the Anthony Bourdain
of the political elite.
Like I know Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, he didn't film it.
Yeah.
he was on tear.
Yeah.
He's
Like
just
so
living
what?
life.
I didn't. Hey, listen, I didn't like. It was with no one. It was with no one underage, and it was all within my own money. And we have gone through this, and like it is, like all the things that, like I actively come to my hearings that you guys are talking about and ask if I can take the stand, and you guys don't tell me no because you know that there ain't shit. Like it's
You're like,
amazing.
listen, I
Such
smoke
big
crack. I smoke a
fucking
little
big,
crack.
again, and I'm no fucking Biden stan, but just fucking big dick energy from that motherfucker, dude. Like,
yeah, Canute. You see that?
that's what I'm saying. Need a little Hunter Biden. We all need a little Hunter Biden.
Canute's
in
like
us.
just leaving his laptop.
What are
in
they
the
doing
pawn
here? I mean,
shop
what
and-
have they?
I don't know.
How
Have you been here
are the
this
doors
long?
locked? Why are you still here?
Why
like,
are you
you know what I mean?
here?
Like, huh?
Deep in the bowels of
Because
the
we're gonna
Patreon.
show a Hunter Biden fan cam now. No.
Hey, we'll just censor it. We'll just have like just that weird fucking hairline
It's
just
not
peeking up above
mostly
the
like
thing.
naked stuff. It's mostly him smoking crack in like a hot tub. And, like,
Just ripping vials and
Rich,
shit. Like
rich
the
kid stuff.
just grab it. Just grabs like, hey, sir, can I get 2 bottles of Wild Irish Rose? And can you include the? Can you include the rose? Remember, it used to come with the plastic rose with the bottle, and that's what they would use to smoke crack out of. Learned that in college. Not that I did crack, but
Sure.
I've only done 2 I have only not done
Good
like
old
2 big.
Askashan.
2 of the big drugs. They're the only 2 that I haven't
Ooh.
done.
The big ones.
He was
Like, there's two big ones that I just have never fucked with.
And if you go to our super top the $800
You can watch me.
a month, he will tell you
Yo, that's like the
He'll try live
That's
reaction.
the $1 million fucking tier. You give me $1 million, I'll do heroin on camera. I've never done it, and I have no desire to.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
That's my like when I like am like old as fuck, and then they're like, you got bone cancer, and I'm like, where's the heroin dealer?
right.
I'm just gonna be a heroin lady
It's time
until
to
like
Kurt Cobain the shit out of this.
Right. It's time to train spot this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right
until I
now,
just
you
go.
know?
Because honestly, the only problem with heroin is you have
Finding
to do
more heroin.
you have to do it all the time. So if you're like, I feel like there's probably a lot of really rich heroin addicts that you would never know.
Keith Richards.
You would never know. Well, you know that one.
We know that one.
But that
It's just
guy's like
money.
he's like unkillable at this point. He's
Yeah.
like,
Falling
he's
out
like,
of coconut trees.
he's like a human cockroach. It's like you just cannot ice this motherfucker. Dude.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway.
Anyway, you're still here. What are you doing here?
Making big promises over there for that Patreon thing. But again, so if you
$1
hit us
million.
up at the big dog tier, the $1 million
At the
tier,
life-ending, like,
I
what
will literally ruin my life. Like you know. Because there's that, because it's
$1 million for the Sean Tank Top legal
Well,
fees.
we need the $1 million for the rehab, the fancy one, the fancy
Right.
one.
For the
No,
good
but you can take care of rehab with like a good fucking solid ass rehab 25 fees.
Yeah,
There you
great
go.
deal.
2 5 months.
I heard.
Pay your taxes. You still got like
Yeah.
a couple hundo.
I was listening to a podcast where the person is a former did heroin, and they were like, yeah, heroin's only 3 days of withdrawal, and then you're like mostly fine. You're always an addict, but like Suboxone apparently is like way longer, but it's more common now where they do like. I learned so much about drugs from podcasts. Fascinating world.
Sure.
But heroin not that bad. 3 days, and then
But box wine, totally the worst drug possible.
box wine is
I could have told
a
you
menace.
that.
Headaches.
A lot of
my God.
trad wives addicted to box wine.
You're not allowed.
That might be some of the funniest shit ever. But no, solid episode, big reveal, and a nice little bit of a slower pace, like setting up a bunch of these different things, because now we have like a potential, like, are we talking about like a potential heir? Like where he goes like, I got a claim?
He could claim either one.
Something. It'd
Well,
be like,
he's now he's like little fingering or where he's like where he's like, it's like a long con where he's like, I'm trying to like install a prince that
has anyone ever been fingered with just a pinky?
Sure.
I mean, if I can think of it, then it's happened.
Anything's possible.
Well, what
But
if
only
you're
like
dating a guy who only has
like a
pinkies?
dozen times.
Yeah.
You know, in the whole history of the universe.
But the guy who only has pinkies because
He's more of an Otto Hightower where he's like, if I can get a prince in there and I can prove my worth as like a competent general and I can get him to fuck my daughter, and then I can make sure that I'm actually the puppet master from behind the scene.
That's actually not a bad look. I mean, like that's a pretty. I like that as far as like a something. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. You were talking about that a little bit before, like where you wanted like a little bit more of like a keyhole into like some of the political machinations of it.
Yeah.
And this is a big. This is a big kind of clue into that and shit. So
I feel like one of Escoed's soldiers where there's like, are we gonna fight? I don't think so. Okay. Well, as long as I make money.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
We're like, all right. As long as we get to watch television.
That's it. No. Yeah. Are we watching a new anime? Yeah, as long as I make a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why we're here.
We're all little Askelads over here.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, cool episode. New OST. Liked it. Liked some of the new art style and stuff like that. We're in a new part of the show, and I'm excited for it. I'm here for it and shit like that.
Yeah.
You guys are here for it, and you guys want to get a gander at the next episode, episode 14, and whatever the fuck goes down in that episode. And then also you buy in right now, you get the whole month. So you get 3 more drops. You get every time that we make a drop on YT, you get the next corresponding episode completely full and uncut. That is what you get over there at the Toon tier, the $5 tier. It's just $5 over there. So we hope you guys consider doing that. It is the best way to support the channel. But if you cannot do that and you still want to help us out, you can hit us with a like, subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. We'll check y'all later.